Hi everybody. We have been meaning to do this for a very long time, and I suppose a lot of things have gotten in the way with us starting this platform. Basically, we want to get more content out to you guys, our followers, on the likes of healthy eating tips, what we do on a weekly basis in terms of healthy eating, fitness regimes, and a bit of background to the business. We basically want to be able to relate our brand as much as possible to all of you, the followers of Simply Fit Food. And we feel like no better way than going back to the roots of Simply Fit Food and explaining in a bit of detail exactly how the brand came about, exactly how the company started, and a bit of background on myself and Luke. So, taking it back to January 2016, Luke was unfortunately diagnosed with a heart condition called Wolff-Parkinson's White. Now, you've probably heard a little bit of this story on the likes of Dragon's Den and maybe on our website. It doesn't go into a huge amount of detail, but at the time it was an extremely stressful situation for both of us. We were going out about a year. I was in final year college studying food and agri-business management in UCD, and I think I was doing my thesis at the time. Basically what happened was Luke fell really ill and he got a few blood tests done, and basically that came up that he had an underlying heart condition. And he, as you probably are aware from our social media, is extremely healthy and fit currently. But at the time it became a massive shock to us because it was somebody who went from such a healthy, fit lifestyle, who trained 6 days a week, whether it was in the gym or GA, and ate a pretty healthy diet, to somebody who was bedbound for 3 or 4 months in a hospital and basically had to start from the beginning. So it was a little bit of a roller coaster starting back in January 2016. So basically from then until the summer of 2016, he was in and out of hospital recovering, and it really did affect both of us in terms of his ill health and him trying to get back into routine. And one of the things that we really looked for was trying to get food that was made without additives, without preservatives, without added sugar or salt. And we found that there was a massive gap in the market for that. We knew that Luke wouldn't have been able to make his food from scratch as he lived on his own and he was recovering from a serious health condition. So I suppose that's where it got us into looking for healthy meal delivery companies. And we realised that there was actually none in the area that could provide us with what we were looking for in terms of healthy meals delivered to your door that were nutritionally balanced, that were ideal for somebody maybe just out of hospital recovering from an illness like Luke, or maybe somebody who was unable to cook healthy but was into that sort of thing, or who was too busy because of their daily lives to basically prep a meal and sit down and eat it. So that got us thinking, well, oh my god, there's a real opportunity here for us. So I suppose now, like, Luke is 100% recovered and everything is great, and we couldn't be more thankful for that. But at the time it was really worrying because thought that a lot of healthy, wholesome food could have been the answer to getting him back on track and getting him healthy and eating right and training well again. So I suppose looking back, we spent the few months while he was recovering in hospital and the summertime to really figure out, were we going to do something about it and were we going to open a business? And I suppose at the time we were a little bit unsure. We had no business backgrounds ourselves, apart from his family business. I was in the middle of about to complete a degree in food business, but I'd never had run a business myself, so obviously there was a lot of apprehension. To cut straight to it, I suppose we bit the bullet really when we went on our first holiday after Luke had gotten over the last few months, and we went to Barcelona. And we were sitting out in a cafe and I just said, let's just create the social media, what's the worst that can happen? And that was, July 2016, and ever since then we literally haven't looked back. And I suppose that's where the basis of the story came from. It was from a very personal experience that we both went through, and it was, I suppose, a lot of people felt that they could relate to it when we began as well, because certain people who bought our products at the beginning, which we were very grateful for and still are to this day, could really relate to the story, because they either had people in their family, whether it was grandparents, parents that they were looking after, or children that were unable to, I suppose, cook for themselves. They ordered our meals, got them delivered, and it meant that they didn't have to worry about eating, preparing or eating a healthy meal kind of Monday to Friday sort of thing. So that's basically the background of why Simply Fit Food began. I hope that makes a little bit more sense now, and we just wanted to basically put a little bit of a story behind why we're doing Simply Fit Food. And I suppose the message we are trying to get across to everyone is that we're trying to and I suppose the message that we are trying to get across to everybody is that healthy eating can be so easy. It's not about the ingredients that nobody can pronounce or having to spend a fortune on making recipes from scratch. It's just about thinking outside the box, and it's about changing your mindset. So there's so much confusion out there in terms of what's healthy and what's not, and when people turn over the packet of a meal and they see like 20 different ingredients, it confuses them, because they think, oh well, is this really healthy if there's that many ingredients in it? And that's what we are trying to change at Simply Fit Food. Our full range, no matter whether it's our snack range or our meal range, is trying to convey that healthy eating can be so tasty and so delicious without the stress and hassle. So that's kind of it for today's video. We want to bring you as much content as we possibly can from here on in. We have a huge amount of exciting projects lined up, which you will be able to see across our social media in the coming few days. We can't give anything away just yet because we're tying down the last few little details, but we promise that we will let you all know that what we are up to, and it's pretty exciting. It's probably one of our biggest projects to date, and we're super proud of ourselves that we have come this far. So we hope that you enjoy the beginning of what we hope is a brand new platform for Simply Fit Food, providing you with plenty of content. And if there's anything that you would like us to talk about or cover, we will be doing a Q&A, both myself and Luke, on food, fitness, business, everything, if you want to drop us a comment. So I hope you liked the video, and we'll be talking to you soon. Bye.